Danjo Capital really works and he's the best coach.
Hi guys, this is Danjo, and if you're new to this channel, I will tell you if Jollibee will bounce back or not. So before we get started, please click the like button and the subscribe button now, and if you want to see more videos about the stock market and about Jollibee, then please comment below and share this to your friends. So let's get started. Looking at the charts and technical analysis per se, because I've told you before, the name of the game is always about reading the charts. The name of the game is all about technical analysis. Just to give you the numbers, Jollibee is now 38.9 billion in terms of total assets. They have over 1,500 stores in the Philippines and also around the world. They have mostly increasing their net income coming from Hong Kong, coming from China, and a lot of countries. Now, be that as it may, that being said as well, looking at the charts and technical analysis, looking at MA9, it is still on a bearish. Looking MA50, it is still on a bearish. Looking MA100, it is still on a bearish. That means all moving averages states that Jollibee is still on a bearish. Take note, we are still experiencing this pandemic, this crash. So there's still no sign of an uptrend. If you look at this line from here to here, it's still showing a downtrend. So unless Jollibee breaks this MA50 and MA100, then that's the time that they will form a new support. But looking at Jollibee right now, looking at the MACD, from a bullish here, it's trying to form a bullish here, but it did not went through. So it's still forming a neutral spot and is continuing to perform a bullish trend. Now, looking at RSI is still on the middle, so it is on a neutral spot. That being said, if you're looking at the chart and technical analysis, Jollibee is still not bouncing back. So I think the main issue here is when we will find the right vaccine for this COVID-19 virus. So unless we find this vaccine that will stop this pandemic, this massive pandemic, Jollibee will still be on this level. It may be hard for Jollibee to go upwards. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't gain. Actually, I already gained a lot from Jollibee stocks, because if you bought your stocks here, for example, you bought at 102.50 mark, you can sell here at 145 mark, so you still have a profit. But long-term perspective, there's still no go sign. But please be aware that Jollibee is big, so there's a high chance that Jollibee will always bounce back no matter what. So even though people will say that this lockdown will still be longer, and I think because there's still no vaccine, there's still no cure, so there's a potential that it will be longer. So we just have to wait about the announcement. Now, that being said, looking at the chart, there's still no go signal that Jollibee will go up. Looking at the 3 moving average, they are still on a bearish spot. Now, if you're a long-term investor, let's say you want calculated risk, let's say you want to just gain, even if you want to invest for long-term, now, this is the time to invest. Why? Because even though we still don't have the cure or the vaccine for this virus, I'm very certain that we will be back to normal. I will be certain that Jollibee, especially Jollibee, the largest food business in the Philippines, will always go back. It's the largest fast food restaurant in the Philippines, and I guarantee Jollibee will find a way to go back. Now, I've told you before, the mark of a great company is always doing well in times of crisis. So a mark of a great entrepreneur, a mark of a great company is how he or she performs during times of crisis. Now, looking at the stocks of Jollibee, it's still not going super downwards, but there's a potential that Jollibee, looking at the line right now, there's a potential that it will go here and break this support. Now, if Jollibee breaks this support at 132.81, then it may further go down wards up to here and break this next support. Now, I cannot predict the future. I cannot forecast the future. What I can do is just read the charts. So if Jollibee the day after tomorrow will break this next resistance, then there's a potential that Jollibee will go higher. or uptrend. Now, if Jollibee still cannot break this resistance, then we still continue this trend of up and then down. So until there's no clear signs that Jollibee will bounce back, will break this next resistance at the moving average 50, then there is still no sign that it will go back. Actually, it's already close at MA50. MA100 still not yet close, so it's very far from MA100. So unless Jollibee breaks this two resistance, then that's the only time that we can foresee a go signal that to buy in the Jollibee stocks. That being said, if you're an investor, if you're a long-term investor, there are a lot of companies that you can invest. Looking at also dito, if you want to see dito, actually this started at 2 pesos per share. Now look at dito, it is already okay at 2.33 right now. So if you bought at dito before, you already earned a lot of money. Now that being said, since dito is not widely known compared to Jollibee, it's still your choice, it's still on your principle, it's still on your strategies if you want to buy to dito stocks. Now I'm not recommending any of this because I prefer blue chip company like Jollibee, Ayala, and more. Now that being said, looking at Ayala, it's on an uptrend, so it's trying to break this next resistance at 694.74 mark. So if you're a long-term investor, if Ayala breaks this 694.74 mark, then this is a go signal already. Looking at relative strength index, is still on a neutral spot. If relative strength index shows a sign that it will go upwards here, and if the MACD will show another uptrend up to here, then there's a high chance that the MACD line will not go on a bearish soon. So it really depends on the next day. It really depends on the EOD or end of the day order. It really depends on how many people will buy and sell. So we have to really be aware of this issue of this pandemic, that we must be prepared. If you don't have a lot of cash, save for your family. Your family needs it more than your stocks. So you need to prioritize your emergency funds first. You need food, you need shelter for your family. Now if you're stable, if you're financially stable, if you have the money, if you have the cash flow, then I suggest you invest in the stock market for a long-term perspective. So you can already buy today, and I'm very sure that Ayala will bounce back in the future, maybe 5 or 10 years, but definitely Ayala will bounce back. Now that being said, hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys learn a lot from this video. If you want more of these videos, and also if you want to learn the basic strategies of the stock market, basics and advanced, I have a playlist talking about the strategies I use personally to win in the stock market. Now, if you've liked this video and enjoyed, I encourage you to share this to your friends. It will help, and I appreciate so much if you click the subscribe button and the like button. So have a great day, guys. Hope you learned a lot from this video. Until this pandemic ends, there's still no sure sign that the market will bounce back. So have a great day. This is Danjo Capital, the Capital Master. Peace. So one more thing, for business inquiries, you can always email me at capitaldanjo@gmail.com.